strong, and all that means is it's really going to help keep temperatures on the warmer side. So as we go through the day today, sunshine, south winds at about 15 to 25, maybe a gust or 2 to 30, and temperatures warming into the 90s. We'll talk more about your forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Colby, back to you.
Thank you. New this morning, Caddo County residents are back home this morning after a natural gas blowout right near Binger. A viewer sent us this video. Take a look at this as people were evacuated last night. The pipeline is owned by One Oak. A spokesperson tells us residents were able to return to their homes within a few hours of the release. It's still unclear if anyone was hurt. A Norman police officer rushed to the hospital in serious condition after a car crash. This happened last night just before 9:30. It was right near Classen and Lindsay. Police said the driver of the other car was not injured. Officers say the cause of the crash is under investigation, and so far, no names have been released. 2 people are in custody after a pursuit ends with a crash on the northeast side of Oklahoma City. This happened last night right near Northeast 41st and Lindsay. Police say the 2 were in a stolen car when they ran from officers. Police tell us that pursuit only lasted a few minutes before the crash. So far, no names have been released. They are investigating. A Metro father is heartbroken after his 2-year-old daughter is shot and killed over the weekend. Kaylani Rodriguez was killed in what police are calling an accidental shooting, but now her dad, Rico, is asking for help in laying her to rest. News 9's Elizabeth Fitz has his message.
Her kitchen is still set up for an invisible meal that will never be made. And the sound of Kalani Rodriguez's toys leaves her dad in tears.
This was really her brother's, but she liked to be on it more than him.
She loved the sounds it made.
She'd go ride it outside.
She was just 2 years old, learning how to speak in full sentences, practicing her numbers, colors in both English and Spanish. But on Sunday morning, Kalani's life violently ended.
There's too many stories, okay? They were cleaning the firearm, loaded, gun went off, shot her. Somebody was playing with the gun, shot her. The gun was on the counter, it fell, hit the floor, went off, shot her.
But Rico Rodriguez says he hardly cares how it happened.
You took my child. You know, you deserved the maximum punishment.
It's hard to put his grief into words.
What can you say? What can you really say?
So he remembers the little moments.
She always, always, always made sure she would tell me 1,000 times a day, I love you, Daddy.
And she loved playing with her younger brother, Amir. The 2 were peas in a pod, and at bedtime,
My phone, and I put Baby Shark on, and I gave it to her. Here you go. And I would just roll over, and I would hold her just like this.
moments he never wants to let go. Elizabeth Fitz, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Rodriguez says his daughter's funeral can be simple, but he still needs help to even give her that. We do have a link to the family's GoFundMe. You can find it on our website, news9.com.
But I made this very clear that I don't care what color your state is. I don't care if you're red or you're blue. At the end of the day, my job is to be Secretary of Homeland and to protect everybody the same. And we
Taking a live look at Washington, D.C. this morning, that was the new Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Markwayne Mullin, begins his first full day with the department. He was sworn in yesterday afternoon in the Oval Office. Mullin and his family earned high praise from President Donald Trump during the ceremony.
And he really has been outstanding. He's been a close and vital partner in helping us secure the border, stop migrant crime, end the scourge of illegal drugs, and make America safe again and make America great again.
Meanwhile, Energy Executive Alan Armstrong is also starting his first full day as Oklahoma's newest senator. He was sworn in D.C. just a few hours after Governor Kevin Stitt announced his appointment here in Oklahoma. Senator Armstrong then immediately went to the Senate floor to start casting votes. Our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron spoke with Senator Armstrong after he came off the floor. He told our Alex Cameron that he truly wants to try and help Congress approve permitting reform over the next 8 months.
It's clear to me that our country is really holding itself back by not providing access to low-cost resources and let people decide what kind of resources they want, and not having a permitting process that decides for people, but one that really lets any and all energy infrastructure be developed.
Senator Armstrong will stay busy this week with orientation and training in D.C. And the senator will also serve in the Senate until November. That's when voters will officially pick the next senator in the general election. At least 10 people have filed to run for that seat, including these 4 Democrats here, and we have 6 Republicans in the race. President Donald Trump, as you'll recall, endorsed Congressman Kevin Hern. He's represented Eastern Oklahoma in the U.S. House since 2018. You can learn about all 10 candidates right now over at news9.com. Oklahoma's Attorney General Gentner Drummond agrees to give the Department of Justice full access to our state's voter registration list. It settles a lawsuit filed by the DOJ last month, accusing Oklahoma of withholding that information. Federal officials say they're using the data, including Social Security and driver's license numbers, to make sure Oklahoma is compliant with election laws. The AG says the state election board will hand over the information, but the DOJ must follow privacy laws to protect the data. The founders behind a school proposed here in the metro denied plans for a Jewish charter school in Oklahoma and are now taking their fight to court. It comes after the statewide charter school board denied plans for the school. The board cited a previous court ruling that prevents publicly funded religious schools in our state. Well, yesterday, the Florida-based founders of Ben Gamla filed a federal lawsuit arguing the decision is unconstitutional and violates religious freedom. The Attorney General has not yet responded to that lawsuit. A court hearing has not been scheduled. 4:09, let's take a live look at our Bob Mills Arena cam this morning as the Oklahoma City streetcar will temporarily be suspending services today and tomorrow for construction on the new arena, now known as the Continental Coliseum. Service will stop at 10 tonight through 4 tomorrow afternoon. Embark will provide a bus shuttle to streetcar stops starting at 6 tomorrow morning. All lanes of Reno from E.K. Gaylord to Robinson will also be closed. It's growing pains, Megan Gold. I was just telling Megan when I got in that I think 3 different ways that I could get to work have been permanently closed or closed temporarily for construction. So it's good things to come. Good things to come,
No
Megan.
excuses to be late, Colby.
Okay.
No excuses.
You busted me. You got me.
Leave early.
You got
I'm always
me.
on you for that.
For
If
sure.
you're
Hey-
not in the door by 3:15, I worry.
I feel like the heat's going to be coming early with just looking at the record high today, Megan.
We're into the 90s today, tomorrow, and then we have another cold front that comes through. A lot of wind, fire danger, and rain and thunderstorms back into the forecast. So it is a jam-packed 9-day out the door this morning. A little bit of cloud cover. Temperatures very mild in the 50s and the 60s. And again, record-breaking heat today, tomorrow. We'll talk about your full forecast coming up.
And still ahead, investing in Oklahoma students, even outside of the classroom. We're going to show you a push from state lawmakers to do just that after the break. All right, well, pretty fun night for you guys there at the weather team last night, Megan. You got to go to the OKC Blue game.
David, Lacey, Mason, Dunn, and I meeting and greeting fans, and there was a huge turnout.
That's great.
Last game of the year for them. So we've got some video to show here. And David had some fun moments throwing out T-shirts. We'll show that here in a second. But again, great turnout, great folks. We always love this. A whole lot of Thunder fans, and there's a whole squad there. We had this fun little photo booth setup type deal. We're able to take pictures with the kiddos, talk weather, and let's see if we can show the video here of David having his, I call this like a WrestleMania walkout moment. We'll see if we can play it. Maybe not.
It's just at the end of,
if not,
it's at the end of this B-roll.
Okay, well, if not, we'll show it coming up here. But anyways, a great turnout, so much fun. Thank you to everybody that came out. We had so much fun with you. And there will, of course, be more opportunities to meet and greet coming up here through the remainder of the year. And we'll let you know about that. There's a lot jam-packed into the 9-day forecast, a lot of ups and downs, temperature-wise. And more than anything, we need rain and we need moisture. The drought continues to worsen. That continues to be the headline. A lot of wind as we go through the end of March into April. That's kind of the peak of our wind, high wind season, if you will, when wildfire danger becomes a big concern. Really January, February, March, anytime we have strong winds. And over the next couple of days, we have very, very strong winds. So cold front comes through, 2 very hot days. Your Friday brings a cool down. Your Saturday is absolutely beautiful. And then we start another warming trend. We now have 18 counties under burn bans. Remember, illegal to burn in these counties. And I think there's a good chance that these expand until we get more rain. So just to show you the March kind of top 9 driest Marches on record, even with the severe weather that we had, the 20 tornadoes, it is hard to believe that in Oklahoma City at Will Rogers, just 0.19 inches of rain. And a lot of times March can be a wet month. It really just depends on how soon we kind of kick things off. A lot of times March is our kind of swing month where we can still be very cold, we can be hot, and we can be very dry, or we can start to become more active in terms of severe weather. So just showing you the month so far. What you're seeing here, these kind of goldish brown boxes, those are days where our temperatures were above normal. Essentially all but about 5 days above normal. We had 2 below normal temperature days, and then 3 days where temperatures were right near average. We have had very few average days, 2 record-breaking temperature days back on last Friday and Saturday, and we're going to add 2 more today and tomorrow. So just to show you what is typical for this time of year, average highs should be about 66, 67 degrees. As we go into April, average highs climb into the 70s. We're going to be here today feeling like August and July with temperatures in the low 90s. The heat dome that is responsible for the record-breaking temperatures at the end of last week, it has returned, and as it expands and kind of includes Oklahoma, we get back in on that heat action and a whole lot of wind as well. Here's the live look on our Lucky Stars Skycam network. A little breezy out there. 61 is our temperature right now, 72% humidity. Temperatures in the metro upper 50s and low 60s with a south breeze at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, a few gusts to 20. And today is not a flat out windy day by any means, but it's a hot day. So 92 in Clinton, 91 here in Oklahoma City. The record is 88. So I think we totally shatter that. 95 in Guyman to Altus, and then we'll have some 80s off to the south into the east with some moderate fire danger for today. Overnight, winds start to become a little more gusty, very, very mild to even warm. We're in the 60s. Average morning lows should be in the 40s. And then tomorrow we climb even more. 93 in Oklahoma City, the record. 92. We'll have mid to upper 90s down in the southwest. Wouldn't be surprised if we had a few triple digits out in the panhandle. And then a big cool down with the cold front that comes through your Friday, upper 50s and low 60s. And those north winds will gust to 40 and 45 miles per hour. So we will watch again the fire danger concern. The weekend, it looks amazing. Colby, back over to you.
Megan, thank you. There's a new push at the state capitol to invest in after-school programs. House 2021 would create state-funded grants for organizations that expand a child's learning beyond the classroom. We got to look at how this could impact students in this morning's Educate Oklahoma report.
side if you can. So this is gonna help us learn each other's name. If you don't know, you're gonna ask.
It's the hours of 3 to 6,
3, 2, 1.
where after-school programs like 4-H
Good job.
hope to put students on cloud 9.
I need everyone to go grab a chair.
And so we truly do have something from everyone.
For educator Serena Woodard,
I joined at 5 years old, and I'm just so happy that my whole life has kind of revolved around this.
it's been an important place.
4-H originally did begin as an agricultural organization, but over time we evolved to really want to enhance those leadership and life skills in our youth.
Youth
Okay, are y'all ready?
like Carson
Ready?
Potter,
Everyone has to be involved, so you all have to be in it. I've been involved in 4-H for 9 years now. I'm on my student council at school, and I don't think I would have gotten that position as a freshman without 4-H. I've been able to lead in school clubs, like starting clubs and stuff like that. So yeah, it helps me be a leader in 4-H and outside of 4-H.
and so many future leaders like Carson are helped outside of school hours.
Out of school time can be innovative, creative ways of teaching kids and smaller environments for them to learn.
Tristy Fryer is part of Oklahoma Partnership for Expanded Learning. It supports after-school and out-of-school programs all across the state.
So if we have a school site that would like to start an after-school program, we're going to connect them with a program that might exist or provide structure for them to start their program.
We are here to support after-school and out-of-school time programs.
It's what brought her group to the Capitol this day, to network and share how to compete for federal grants. For Oklahoma after-school programs, that's the only source of funding.
And everyone on this side, go stand over here. That's
Funding opportunities for students, their parents, and their educators.
Youth programs are super important because it provides youth a safe place, a comfortable space. It is somewhere where they can build a community and they can grow that confidence that they need.
Confidence to find their future.
So, our first question is, would you rather explore the ocean or outer space?
Found from 3 to 6.
Good, John. I hope you learned something new about the person across from you.
House Bill 2021 states grant money would come from a revolving fund through the Department of Human Services. If the money's there, then the funding could be available. This bill was approved by the House. Right now it's being considered in the Senate. We'll be following. Still ahead here on News 9, community is mourning the loss of 2 Goldsby firefighters killed in the line of duty last week. More on Brian Jenkins' service today. It's coming up in our next half hour.
HR 1040 honors a man who has been a staple of OU athletics for almost 3 decades. Under Joe C., nearly 3,000 student athletes earned degrees. They won 117 conference titles, and 26 of the university's 45, or 58% of their national championships.
Impressive numbers. Check it out.
Speaks for itself right there.
Yeah, the State House of Representatives honors former OU athletic director Joe Castiglione. The House also honored OU's women's gymnastics team during the university's 5th annual day at the Capitol. The women's gymnastics team, of course, coming off of a second-place finish at the SEC Championships, and certainly both and not only an impressive program, but an impressive former athletic director.
The best of the best.
Yeah, you're throwing out these numbers and you're like, oh man, when you put it all together like that, that's
He's
pretty
amazing.
wild.
He's
Yeah.
going to be missed, but I know he's done the transition very, very well.
Absolutely. So. Hey, speaking of high numbers, man, today we're looking at record-breaking heat, potentially tomorrow too.
2 days in a row, talking temperatures in the 90s. There could be a few isolated triple digits tomorrow.
Oh,
so
Altus,
today,
look at you.
Poor Altus, I love you. 91 today in Oklahoma City, the record 88. That one we shatter tomorrow, a high of 93, and the record is 92 there. Out the door this morning, 50s and 60s. So maybe a light jacket, a little breezy. 61 at Will Rogers right now, and that south-southeast wind helping keep temperatures up. A few gusts to 15 and 20. Here are your highs for this afternoon. Thankfully, wind's not out of control, but with low humidity, there will be some moderate fire danger. A lot to talk about coming up. Rain and thunderstorm chances return, and boy, do we need it.
Oh boy. Looking forward to some rain eventually. It'll get here eventually. There's George
moving chairs,
working hard.
Working great over there.
Robin and Lacey will join us right after this. Right now at 4:30, Caddo County residents given the all clear after a natural gas pipeline blowout near Binger. I'm Colby Thielen. We have the latest ahead.
Plus, Mark Wayne Mullen and Alan Armstrong are starting their first full days in their new roles. I'm Robin Marsh. What they told us after they were both sworn in, it's coming up on 9.
And the Goldsby community will lay one of their own to rest today after a fire truck crash kills 2 firefighters. I'm Lacey Lowry. Coming up, more on the life and funeral now of Brian Jenkins. It's next on News 9 this morning.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
4:30 on your Wednesday. Good morning, Oklahoma. A little bit warmer out there. We can feel it.
Oh, yeah. It's only going to get warmer from here.
Yeah, ready or not, the sun is coming, and Megan Gold is talking about it to us this morning. Megan, how are we doing right now?
Good morning. Well, gearing up for record-breaking heat today and tomorrow. Yesterday was warmer than the day before, but still a beautiful day. 79 in Oklahoma City. We had 80s back to the west. Guyman, 87 degrees there, and that'll feel cool compared to what is headed our way today. Tomorrow, highs soar into the low 90s, and we will break records. It has been a very, very warm March so far. Here's the live look from our Lucky Stars Skycam network, our American Fidelity camera. 61 is our temperature, so very mild. We can call it warm out the door. Upper 50s and low 60s. Our normal morning lows should be in the 40s, so we are well above normal. Same deal with our afternoon temperatures, and south winds helping to pump in a little moisture. 10 to 15 miles per hour, maybe a gust or 2 to 20. And this afternoon will bring in some low to moderate fire danger, as winds will be breezy to gusty, but more than anything, the air will be very, very dry. So as you plan your day here, by 10 o'clock, we're in the upper 60s. This afternoon, 80s, and a high of 91 today. Sunny skies, a lot to talk about coming up. Wind cranks up. That means more fire danger, and also another cold front and rain and thunderstorm chances. It's all coming up with your 9-day forecast.
Megan, thank you. We have some breaking news we want to turn to right now on the northeast side of Oklahoma City. Northeast 10th and Bryant is the scene you're seeing live right here from our news tracker, Lex Stanfield. We're seeing a crash, and it looks as if it's involving a semi. You can see it right there in the middle of your screen. This is just to the east of I-35. The ambulance is there on scene. Unclear at this point what led to this crash. We're still trying to learn the extent of any injuries. We've been reaching out to authorities there on scene. So we'll bring you the latest information as it comes in, both here and on the News 9 app.
New this morning, Caddo County residents are back at home after a natural gas blowout near Binger. This was the scene as people were evacuated last night. You can see a fire truck coming right past this woman's property. You can kind of hear a spewing sound in the background. The pipeline, we've learned, is owned by One Oak. A company spokesperson tells us residents were actually able to return to their homes within a few hours of that release, is what they're calling it, last night. It's unclear this morning if anyone was hurt.
News 9 has learned a Norman police officer has been rushed to the hospital and is in serious condition this morning after a bad car crash last night. It was last night right before 9:30 near Classen and Lindsay, again down in Norman. And police say the driver of the other car was not injured, but the car's mangled up for sure. Officers say the cause of the crash is under the investigation of Norman police, and no name of the officer involved has been released. We'll keep you up to date.
3 people are in custody now after a pursuit ends with a crash on the northeast side of Oklahoma City. This happened last night near Northeast 41st and Lindsay. Police say the 3 were in a stolen car when they ran from officers. Police tell us the pursuit only lasted just a few minutes before this crash. So far, no names have been released.
This morning, a heartbroken community is gathering to say goodbye to a fallen firefighter who died in the line of duty. Goldsby Fire Chief Brian Jenkins will be remembered and honored for his decades of service and sacrifice. News 9's Brianna Brown is live in Goldsby this morning with more on Chief Jenkins' legacy. Brianna.
Good morning, Lacey. Yes, Here in Goldsby, Brian Jenkins didn't just serve this town, he helped shape it. And today, family, friends, and fellow first responders will gather to help honor his decades of commitment. Now, Jenkins dedicated more than 30 years to the Goldsby Volunteer Fire Department and Cleveland County Fairgrounds, becoming a familiar, trusted face in the community. People here knew him as a man devoted to public service, to his faith and family, someone who loved deeply and never hesitated to put others first. He died doing exactly what he had done for decades, responding to help others alongside his partner, Todd Pendleton. Now today, services are expected to draw in a large crowd as this close-knit community comes together once again, this time to lay one of their heroes to rest. Here in Goldsby, Brianna Brown for Oklahoma's Own News 9.
Brianna, thank you. After the services, there will be a processional south on State Highway 74 all the way to the Washington Cemetery in Washington. The public is welcome to line the route north of the Walnut Creek Bridge on Highway 74, but you are being asked to park on the side roads, not directly on Highway 74.
But I made this very clear that I don't care what color your state is. I don't care if you're red or you're blue. At the end of the day, my job is to be Secretary of Homeland and to protect everybody the same, and we will do that.
And there he is, Markwayne Mullin, as we take a live look this Wednesday morning in our nation's capital. Secretary Markwayne Mullin begins his first full day as the leader of the Department of Homeland Security for our country. Mullin was sworn in yesterday afternoon in the Oval Office. Mullin and his family earned high praise from President Donald Trump during the ceremony.
And he really has been outstanding. He's been a close and vital partner in helping us secure the border, stop migrant crime, end the scourge of illegal drugs, and make America safe again and make America great again.
Meanwhile, back here in Oklahoma, Energy Executive Alan Armstrong was given the appointment by Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt and then headed to Washington, where he was sworn in. So he starts his first full day as U.S. Senator. He was sworn in a few hours after the governor announced the appointment. Was the breaking news yesterday morning here. Armstrong immediately flew to Washington, D.C., and there he is on the Senate floor to start his first full day as the votes were cast. And there he is being sworn in. Our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron spoke with the senator after he came off the floor. Armstrong told Alex he truly wants to try and help Congress approve permitting reform over the next 8 months.
It's clear to me that our country is really holding itself back by not providing access to low-cost resources and let people decide what kind of resources they want, and not having a permitting process that decides for people, but one that really lets any and all energy infrastructure be developed.
Senator Armstrong will stay busy this week with orientation and training in our nation's capital.
And the senator will serve in the Senate until November, when voters will officially pick the next senator in the general election. At least 10 people have filed to run for this seat, including these 4 Democrats you see here. Also 6 Republicans now entering their name into the hat. President Donald Trump, as you'll recall, has endorsed Congressman Kevin Hern. He's represented Eastern Oklahoma in the U.S. House since 2018. You can learn more about these 10 candidates right now over at news9.com.
Oklahoma Attorney General Guthrie Drummond agrees to give the Department of Justice full access to our state's voter registration list. This settles a lawsuit filed by the DOJ last month accusing the state of Oklahoma of withholding that information. Federal officials say they are using the data, which includes social security numbers and driver's license numbers, to make sure Oklahoma is compliant with election laws. The AG says the state election board will hand over the information, but the Department of Justice must follow privacy laws to protect the data.
The founders behind denied plans for a Jewish charter school in Oklahoma are now taking their fight to court. This comes after the statewide charter board denied plans for this particular school. The board cited a previous court ruling that prevents publicly funded religious schools in Oklahoma. The Florida-based founders of Ben Gamla filed a federal lawsuit arguing the decision is unconstitutional and violates religious freedom. They filed that yesterday. The Attorney General has not responded to the lawsuit. A court hearing has not yet been scheduled.
Students in Beggs are back in the classroom after the school was damaged in that EF3 tornado. The district says the middle school was the one that took the worst damage when the tornado hit on March 6th. District officials say there is enough room for students to move into temporary classrooms. They say they're grateful for people in Beggs who showed up to clean up the campuses and get things ready.
A curveball is the best way to put it, but our community, we've come together and we've knocked it out of the park.
The district says it hopes the middle school will be ready to go again in August or September for the next school year.
Kids are so resilient, so they're going to be fine, but it's great that the community's hugging them and wrapping around saying,
Yes.
we gotcha, get back to school and focus on what you need to.
Yeah, so our thoughts with them. You know, kids are like, hey, remember that time the tornado hit our school? And it's
Yes.
like, oh, goodness, they'll never forget it.
Remember it forever.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm going to remember this forever. This 90-degree record-breaking heat. I don't do well with heat, Megan, you know that.
None of us do. I feel like we're kind of wimps when it comes to the heat. March has been one for the books. It has been the warmest on record so far. Looking at our average high, we have had 20 tornadoes, and we are very, very dry. We've had record-breaking heat, and guess what? More record-breaking heat today, tomorrow, and then a cold front hits. We'll talk about it coming up.
All right, breaking news over on the northeast side of Oklahoma City, right off Northeast 10th and Bryant. This is just east of I-35, a bad crash right there as you're looking live at the scene. This is a car that was involved, and then it looks like a semi-tanker also involved in this crash as we pan out. Our Lex Stanfield, our photojournalist there on the scene. This road is not, you're not going to be able to get through there for some time this morning as they clean this up. But you can see there's that tanker semi and that car involved. We're asking if anyone's been hurt. We're finding out. This has just happened. Keep it here on 9 for any updates. We're back right after this. All right, Megan had a big night with the weather team last night. Tell us all about it.
It was so fun. So it was the last Thunder Blue game of the entire year and a huge turnout. I mean, it was so much fun. So many folks coming, pumped to see the Thunder Blue play, and then also just to get to meet David Payne and Lacey and myself, and we had Mason Dunn there, and we've got some video to show you just meeting and greeting and taking pictures. So much fun, and a big thanks to everybody that came out. I think the highlight of the night was during the halftime show. David Payne got to be David Payne, and if we can show that video.
Oh yeah.
And
that's gonna be a meme.
Like
he got it past the third row.
That's gonna be a meme right there.
I don't even know, coming out to like
a WWE wrestler.
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
I think
the Screaming Eagle.
He was in absolute heaven.
Oh my
gosh. It's so epic.
And
I gotta see this again.
And the blue won.
He posted this on Instagram, and of course at like 2 in the morning I saw it and I slid up on it. I was like, this is
the ultimate hype video.
Unbelievably epic. So he's throwing out t-shirts and just taking up
David.
center court as he does. So much fun. A big thanks to the Thunder for having us. And of course, we have so many folks asking about where our weather goes from here. What a March it has been. We have been above normal temperature-wise, essentially all but about 3 or 4 days. And we need moisture. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I think we just opened a Diet Coke or a energy drink. So it's a Wednesday morning. You know how we do it around here. It was Lacey. Hey, so today, tomorrow, we're dry, record-breaking heat. On Friday, cold front comes through. There's a slight chance for a few showers, a little bit of drizzle, about a 30% chance, mainly to the east of I-35. The weekend is totally dry. And then this is what we're watching. Our next big storm system more than 4,000 miles away for your Wednesday and your Thursday. We'll have the jet stream that comes farther south. We'll have a lot of moisture in place, and that would be potentially our next opportunity for some severe weather. Right now, it's all about the ridge of high pressure. We are watching this cold front that is up to the north and west, and that is going to drive a whole lot of wind as we go to the day tomorrow and on Friday. But the heat dome has returned, and look at the clockwise spin there, and that is what is going to give us record-breaking heat today and tomorrow. So we do it all over again. Remember last Friday and Saturday? That's what we've got today, tomorrow. Live look there from our Lucky Stars Skycam network, our American Fidelity camera. 61 is our temperature right now. A few folks out and about, and traffic is looking good. Of course, we'll let you know if that changes. A whole lot of spots in the 60s right now, upper 50s and low 60s. 52 out in Guyman, 62 in Woodward, 58 in Stillwater, 54 in Enid. And that south wind helps keep temperatures warm. It helps pump in a little bit of moisture. So winds 10 to 20. Right now, a few gusts maybe to 25, but through the day today, we warm up very quickly. Again, record heat. The record is 88, forecasting 91, mid-90s down to the south and west, and south winds at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Humidity drops to about 15 to 30%, so that does give us moderate fire danger from Oklahoma City back down to the south and west. It's not a crazy high threat, but we'll watch it. Overnight tonight, south winds start to pick up. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. That is warm, and your Thursday is downright windy and crazy warm. 93 for a high temperature. The record is 92, feeling like August, and I would not be surprised if we had a few spots in the Panhandle that climbed into the triple digits. Triple digits back down into the Texas Panhandle. 97 in Altus, and south winds will gust to 40, maybe a few isolated gusts to 45 tomorrow. So that will bring in fire danger out ahead of a cold front that's going to cool us off for your Friday. So as we take a look at fire danger, it is a big kind of statewide threat from the southwest up to the metro and the north. Humidity down to 10, 15, 20%. And on Friday, highs in the upper 50s and the low 60s with a slight chance for a few showers and a little bit of drizzle from Oklahoma City off to the east. So it's a wild ride, truly, on your 9-day record-breaking heat today. Tomorrow, cold front comes through, switching from a strong south wind on Thursday to a strong north wind on Friday. Overcast skies, a 30% chance for showers. The weekend, guys, looks amazing. We warm it back up before our next cold front hits, bringing in rain and thunderstorms.
It's unlike anything that's been seen in the marketplace. The glass exterior, the interior bold tightness. It's a unique building, and so it deserved a unique name.
And we broke the exciting news right here yesterday morning, and it is big time for OKC downtown, the future home of the Thunder, with the name now, the Continental Coliseum. Oklahoma City leaders are calling the announcement a lasting investment in Oklahoma. News 9 is live outside the site that will carry the name Continental Coliseum. Kylie, good morning.
Robin, good morning. With this 15-year partnership, Continental Resources is going above just naming rights. It's signaling a deeper investment in the state of Oklahoma. And now partnering and teaming up with the Oklahoma City Thunder, their motto, Legacy Starts Here, is setting the tone for what they hope will be a championship era.
To have her name up there, it instills a lot of pride. It instills a lot of pride in me and our organization.
Led by the Oklahoma City Thunder drummers and Rumble, Continental Resources employees walked from their headquarters downtown to Myriad Gardens, where executives from both companies spoke to commemorate the news. Several people took to the stage, including Continental Resources founder and chairman emeritus Harold Hamm. Now, the new name Continental Coliseum is already taking effect, and you might have already seen it on our News 9 billboards or on our signage across the future home of the Thunder. Now, demolition is nearly complete, with the groundbreaking of Continental Coliseum expected as soon as tomorrow. Reporting live across the street from Continental Coliseum, Kylie Dudman, Oklahoma's own News 9.
All right, we're envisioning it right now. Kylie, thanks so much. It's so exciting. The new $1 billion Continental Coliseum is expected to be complete in the summer of 2028.
We are following breaking news, a bad crash on Northeast 10th. Just east of Bryant. You're looking live. It involved a semi and a car. The car off to the right really badly damaged. Police have now said one person was taken to the hospital as a result of this crash. We don't know that person's condition, but they were taken by ambulance. We are following the latest from the scene, trying to get a few more details. We'll be back right after this. And fancy was her name. Reba McEntire coming back home to Oklahoma for a one-night-only performance. The concert will be at her new restaurant, Reba's Place in Atoka, on April 9th. Want to get tickets? Well, you can enter to win tickets through the link in her Instagram bio or by entering to win tickets at the restaurant the day of. Limited number, as you can imagine. Reba says the city of Atoka will also be live streaming her concert to the big screen behind the restaurant if you still want to show up.
All right, here's your one chance.
Fancy, don't let me down.
Yeah. But it is unbelievable.
I haven't been yet.
It's so good.
Yeah?
Oh my gosh. So I went a couple years ago and it was amazing. Yeah.
I'm glad she's coming
With
home.
her name attached to
It's
it.
always good to see
I
Reba in Oklahoma, that's
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
fun.
Those tickets are going to go fast.
No kidding. Well, hey, today a very hot day. Record-breaking temperatures. We are back to the 90s today, and south winds at about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Sunshine. 2 record-breaking temperature days. Tomorrow will actually be a couple of degrees hotter, if you can believe it. And then a cold front comes through for your Friday. We'll talk all about our next opportunity for rain, thunderstorms, and maybe some severe weather. It's coming up here at 5 o'clock.
Also ahead, Guthrie's Beacon Drive-In is sold after decades in operation and is hosting one final car show. How the community is saying goodbye this weekend, coming up at 5.
You took my child. You know, you deserve the maximum punishment. What can you say? What can you really say?
Oh, goodness. A Metro father tells us he is heartbroken. His 2-year-old daughter is shot and killed. Was it an accident? We're asking. I'm Robin Marsh right now on News 9 how this father is trying to pick up the pieces after the tragedy.
I'm Lacey Lowry. The Goldsby community will lay one of their own to rest today after a deadly fire truck crash. Details on Brian Jenkins' funeral coming up.
I'm Colby Thielen. Secretary Markwayne Mullin and Senator Alan Armstrong hitting the ground running in their new roles, how they plan on spending their first few days in office.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
As we say good morning, we do have breaking news right now on the northeast side of Oklahoma City. I want to take you out there, Northeast 10th and Bryant. A bad accident. If we can go ahead and take a live look from our Lex Stanfield. He has been on the scene following the latest here. This is the car that's in question. A lot of serious damage. It was involving a semi in this crash, and this was what was left behind. At this point, we're still working to learn any possible injuries or the extent of those injuries. The semi looked as if it was maybe an open back semi trailer, but we're continuing to follow what exactly happened here. We do know the tow truck is on scene and the ambulance just left. So we're going to continue monitoring this. As you can see, a lot of the severe damage, and we're staying on scene. Our Lex Stanfield says he's hoping to speak with the lieutenant there, so we'll continue to bring you the latest.
All right, we're following that, watching the weather. It's going to be another hot day.
Oh my gosh, let's get over to Megan Gold. She's in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Hey, Megan.
Hey guys, good morning. That heat dome is making a big return as it nudges closer and closer to us. Our temperatures are cranking up today and tomorrow, talking record-breaking heat. We broke records back on Friday and Saturday, and we do it all over again today and tomorrow with highs in the low to mid to upper 90s, depending upon your location. And I'll show you that here coming up in full weather. Here's the live look from our Lucky Stars Skycam network, our OCCC camera, as you're getting going here on your Wednesday. A few clouds overhead. 61 is our temperature, and our average afternoon high is about 67. Just to put into perspective how warm and mild these temperatures are for the morning hours. 57 in Enid, Watonga, 63, Chickasha, 59, and Pauls Valley, you're sitting at 62. So a mix of upper 50s and low to mid 60s. South winds at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, a few gusts to 20. And today is not a windy day by any means, but as we go into your Thursday and Friday, those winds are going to howl out of the south tomorrow and out of the north behind a cold front on Friday. A big cool down after our record-breaking highs. We'll talk more about your forecast and when rain and thunderstorm chances return. It's coming up.
Headlines right now in Norman. Police say one of their own, an officer, is injured in a bad crash. It happened right before 9:30 last night. Again, down in Norman, right off Classen Boulevard and Drake Drive. That's close to Lindsay. We're told the officer was taken to the hospital and is in serious condition. The officer's name has not been released and the cause of the crash is under investigation. And in Caddo County, multiple residents were evacuated after a gas line blowout. Here's video sent to News 9. This was out on County Road 1220 and County Street 2560. This is out near Binger in western Oklahoma. A spokesperson for One Oak tells us the line actually belongs to them. They also say the residents were able to return home after being evacuated for about a couple of hours. Safety was the top priority. Everyone's okay. At this point, we're trying to figure out what caused the blowout.
This morning, a heartbroken community will gather to say goodbye to a fallen first responder who died in the line of duty. Goldsby firefighter Brian Jenkins will be remembered for his decades of service and sacrifice. News 9's Brianna Brown is live in Goldsby this morning with more on Jenkins' legacy. Brianna?
Lacey, here in Goldsby, Brian Jenkins didn't just serve this town, he helped shape it. And today, family, friends, and fellow first responders will gather to help honor his decades of commitment. Now, Jenkins dedicated more than 30 years to the Goldsby Volunteer Fire Department and Cleveland County Fairgrounds, becoming a familiar, trusted face in the community. People here knew him as a man devoted to public service, to his faith and family, someone who loved deeply and never hesitated to put others first. He died doing exactly what he has done for decades, responding to help others alongside his partner, Todd Pendleton. Now today's services are expected to bring in a large crowd as this close-knit community comes together once again, this time to lay one of their heroes to rest. Here in Goldsby, Brianna Brown for Oklahoma's Own News 9.
Brianna, thank you. After the service, there will be a processional straight south out of town on State Highway 74 to the Washington Cemetery in Washington, Oklahoma. The public is welcome to line the route north of the Walnut Creek Bridge on Highway 74, but please park on the side roads. Don't actually park on Highway 74.
I made this very clear that I don't care what color your state is. I don't care if you're red or you're blue. At the end of the day, my job is to be Secretary of Homeland and to protect everybody the same.
There he is, Mr. Secretary. Markwayne Mullin is officially sworn in as Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. He did it in the Oval Office with the president there yesterday. President Trump giving Markwayne Mullin and his family high praise.
And he really has been outstanding. He's been a close and vital partner in helping us secure the border, stop migrant crime, end the scourge of illegal drugs, and make America safe again and make America great again.
Meanwhile, Alan Armstrong of Oklahoma was actually sworn in as U.S. Senator, taking Mullin's place in the Senate. This was hours after the governor made the announcement here in Oklahoma. After he was sworn in, this was the announcement in Oklahoma. Then Armstrong headed to Washington, D.C. There he is on the Senate floor with James Langford by his side. And he was sworn in. He has a lot to get to. Our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron spoke with Senator Armstrong. Armstrong says he truly wants to try and help Congress approve permitting reform in the next 8 months.
It's clear to me that our country is really holding itself back by not providing access to low-cost resources and let people decide what kind of resources they want, and not having a permitting process that decides for people, but one that really lets any and all energy infrastructure be developed.
No rest for the senator. Senator Armstrong will stay busy this week with orientation and training first in D.C.
Armstrong will fill the U.S. Senate seat until the November election when voters officially pick the next senator. At least 10 people have filed to run for that seat. This includes 4 Democrats. And on the Republican side, we know there's 6 Republicans so far. A lot of names to get to. President Donald Trump has endorsed one of them, Congressman Kevin Hern of Oklahoma. Hern has represented Eastern Oklahoma in the U.S. House since 2018. You can learn more about him and all the candidates right now at news9.com. Other headlines now, the founders behind a recently denied plan for a Jewish charter school in Oklahoma are now taking their fight to court. This comes after the statewide charter school board denied plans for the Ben Gamla school earlier this year. The board had cited a previous court ruling that prevents publicly funded religious schools in our state. Well, now the founders of Ben Gamla are filing a federal lawsuit arguing the decision is unconstitutional and violates religious freedom. The Oklahoma Attorney General has not yet responded to that lawsuit. A court hearing has not been set yet. We'll be following.
Students in Beggs in northeastern Oklahoma are back in the classroom after being out of school because of the damage caused by an EF3 tornado. The district says the middle school took the worst damage when that tornado hit on March 6th. District officials say there is enough room for students to move to temporary classrooms. They say they're grateful for people in Beggs who showed up to clean up and get the campus ready for things to begin again.
A curveball is the best way to put it, but our community, we've come together and we've knocked it out of the park.
The district says it hopes the middle school will be ready to go again in August or September for the next school year.
I like the baseball.
Yeah, hit it out of the park.
Alliteration, there you go.
Oh, man. All right. I guess the weather's going to be hitting it out of the park. To the moon, maybe, right? And back.
Man. Temperatures are soaring, that's for sure.
Ridiculously hot, guys. Temperatures back in the 90s today, tomorrow, feeling like July and August. We may have a few triple digits as we go into your Thursday, crushing records. And then we have a cold front that comes through, and it takes us back to feeling more like March, or actually several degrees degrees below normal, something we have not seen much of. 61 is our temperature right now. Tomorrow's high, a record breaker of 93, and we will drop about 35 degrees for your Friday. Fire danger ramping up. What about rain and storms? Your 9 days coming up.
Also ahead, a push to invest in Oklahoma students, including outside of the classroom. After the break, we're going to detail a bill that would create grants for after-school programs. Back after this. I heard Megan say earlier that March is typically one of our wetter months. So far, not so far.
It starts our kind of wet pattern as we go into April and May.
Boy, we need the rain. Some of that right now.
We need the rain so badly. And the good news is we always say we can't stay dry forever, right? It has to rain at some point. The pattern has to flip. And I really do think it does. As we go into April, it looks like we may have rounds of severe weather, days of rain and thunderstorm chances, but still here over the next 7-8 days, very, very dry conditions with record-breaking heat. Guys, March has been a month for the books. A record number of tornadoes, temperatures that have been above normal essentially every single day. Our average temperature so far this month putting us at the warmest March on record and the 6th driest March on record. So today, tomorrow, record-breaking heat. Today, the record from 1976 of 88. We're going to crush that with a high of 91. And then tomorrow, a high of 93, the record 92. So pretty close there. We'll either tie or break it. What you're looking at here is our March so far. All of these kind of orangish brown boxes, those are days where our temperatures have been above normal. And essentially that is all but what? 5 days. We've had 2 below normal temperature days, and it's very typical in the month of March. You have big swings temperature-wise as you're changing seasons. So you can have some cold days. You can still have snow in March, and then a lot of times you can also have warmer days. But we will, when all is said and done, have had 4 record-breaking days in the 90s. So just 3 days where temperatures have been near average. Yesterday, our high was 79. It was a beautiful day, but it was above normal temperature-wise. Rainfall month to date, 0.19 inches of rain, putting us again at the 6th driest March on record. And the way it looks, we don't pick up much more as we head towards the end of the month. I think we have to wait until April begins. So it looks like that more than likely will stand. We have had 2 new counties added to the burn ban, and this list I think will continue to expand here over the next week until we get more rain. And these are good things. These protect houses. Property can save lives when folks don't burn, especially when you have days coming up where the winds are going to be so very strong with low humidity, hot temperatures. It puts us in that position to have some fire issues. And I'll show you that here in just a minute. That heat dome, the ridge of high pressure, has made a return. There is a front back to the west, and that is going to crank up the winds as we go into the day tomorrow, and definitely behind the cold front that moves through for your Friday. A big cool down headed our way. So there's your heat dome over the desert southwest as it nudges closer, as it expands. Our temperatures just crank on up. Here's the live look from our Lucky Stars Skycam network. A little bit of a breeze out there. 61 is our temperature right now. That's from our Chickasha camera with a south-southeast wind, and temperatures, we can call these warm morning temperatures, upper 50s and low 60s. Anytime you have a south wind, especially that's breezy or gusty, that really helps keep your temperatures from falling off. So over the next several days, we're talking morning lows, 50s and 60s. There are no 20s and 30s showing up. A few gusts to 20 and 25, but most spots seeing winds out of the south-southeast at about 10 to 15. And here are your highs this afternoon. In the northwest, winds 10 to 20, 91 in Oklahoma City, low to mid-90s, back down to the south and west. Altus, you're going to cook here over the next 48 hours. And this afternoon and evening, winds are not out of control. A gust or 2 to 30, but moderate fire danger as humidity falls to about 15 to 20%. Tonight, same deal. Very, very mild to warm. Our normal morning lows should be 42. So we are way above that. Clear skies and breezy to gusty winds. And tomorrow will be the peak of this kind of heat stretch that we're dealing with here. Maybe a few triple digits up in the northwest, 97 in Altus, and out ahead of our cold front that moves through overnight Thursday into Friday. Winds are going to howl, gusts 40 to 45, bringing in high fire danger, very low humidity. Tomorrow will be a day to watch. Cold front comes through, and your Friday is a big cool down, upper 50s, low 60s, the chance for a little drizzle and some showers from Oklahoma City off to the east. And then as we look ahead to next Wednesday and Thursday, there is a storm coming in from the west. Jet stream drops to the south, and we're looking at rain and thunderstorms, maybe some severe weather, guys.
Megan, thanks. There's a new push at the state capitol to invest in after-school programs. House Bill 2021 would create state-funded grants for organizations that expand a child's learning beyond the classroom. We were able to take a look inside at how this could impact students. It's in this morning's Educate Oklahoma.
So this is going to help us learn each other's name. If you don't know, you're going to ask.
It's the hours of 3 to 6.
3, 2, 1.
Where after-school programs like 4-H
Good job.
hope to put students on cloud 9.
I need everyone to go grab a chair.
And so we truly do have something from everyone.
For educator Serena Woodard,
I joined at 5 years old, and I'm just so happy that my whole life has kind of revolved around this.
it's been an important place.
4-H originally did begin as an agricultural organization, but over time we evolved to really want to enhance those leadership and life skills in our youth.
Youth
Okay, are y'all ready?
like Carson
Ready?
Potter.
Everyone has to be involved, so you all have to be in it. I've been involved in 4-H for 9 years now. I'm on my student council at school, and I don't think I would have gotten that position as a freshman without 4-H. I've been able to lead in school clubs, like starting clubs and stuff like that. So Yeah, it helps me be a leader in 4-H and outside of 4-H.
And so many future leaders like Carson are helped outside of school hours.
Out of school time can be innovative, creative ways of teaching kids and smaller environments for them to learn.
Tristy Fryer is part of Oklahoma Partnership for Expanded Learning. It supports after-school and out-of-school programs all across the state.
So if we have a school site that would like to start an after-school program, we're going to connect them with a program that might exist or provide structure for them to start their program.
We are here to support after-school and out-of-school time programs.
It's what brought her group to the Capitol this day, to network and share how to compete for federal grants. For Oklahoma after-school programs, that's the only source of funding.
And everyone on this side, go stand over here. That's
Funding opportunities for students, their parents, and their educators.
Youth programs are super important because it provides youth a safe place, a comfortable space. It is somewhere where they can build a community and they can grow that confidence that they need.
Confidence to find their future.
So, our first question is, would you rather explore the ocean or outer space?
Found from 3 to 6.
Good job. I hope you learned something new about the person across from you. Piano.
Now, House Bill 2021 states that grant money would come from a revolving fund through the Department of Human Services. The bill was approved by the House. It's now being considered in the Senate.
We are following breaking news. Want to take you back out to Northeast 10th and Bryant. A horrible crash between a semi and this car right here. Look at all the damage on the car. Oklahoma City police tell us one person was taken to the hospital by ambulance. Now they're trying to clear up the scene. There's a lot of debris from this violent crash. As soon as we get more details, we'll bring it to you, but we want to let you know News 9 is right there on the scene of this breaking news at Northeast 10th and Bryant. Back after this. One final ride before Guthrie bids farewell to an iconic drive-in theater. Beacon Drive-In has been operating for more than 70 years. Well, it's closing its doors after it was bought by a credit union. This coming Saturday, one last car show will be held at the drive-in theater at 3 p.m.
My next guest in the spotlight, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt. There's been a lot of buzz about what the governor will be doing after he leaves office. So I asked him, what's the plan?
What's your plan after you leave the governor's office?
So planning on going back to working at my company, and I think that's what's wrong with politics. Is when I first ran, I told everybody, our founding fathers never thought politics would be like a profession. Like, let's get into this after college and stay there our whole careers and keep climbing the ladder. I believe you have to have real world experience and the resumes, right? Like, think about that. If you're hiring a CEO of a state, let's look at the resumes of who we're hiring.
The podcast actually drops this morning on YouTube. There's the QR code that will take you to Oklahoma's own Originals YouTube channel. It'll be at 10:30 this morning.
He's had a lot of big announcements lately, too. Yeah. All of a sudden, things are ramping up.
I'm telling you, he's been a busy man. You think, oh, the last part of your service
Winding
might not
down.
be. No, not for Governor Stitt. So I hope you'll be watching that YouTube today at 10:30.
You always think toward the end of March, the temperatures might be winding down just slightly, but
no.
Not here. No. How about record-breaking, Megan?
Yeah, we don't do things normal around here at all, guys. 2 more record-breaking days today, tomorrow, highs in the 90s. If you're sending your kiddos off to school, make sure they are dressed for summertime. Weather whiplash, then a cold front comes through and we fall back into the 50s and 60s. 30 to 35 degrees cooler, fire danger, and even some rain and thunderstorm chances. I've got your 9-day forecast coming up.
So taking you back to this breaking news on the northeast side, this is at Northeast 10th and Bryant, a bad crash involving this semi here. Looks as if it possibly is a gravel hauler, but the real damage here to this vehicle on the other side. At this point, we know that an ambulance was leaving that scene with lights on. We have crews there on the ground working to get the latest information. We'll bring it to you as soon as it comes in.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 This Morning.
5:30 on our Wednesday morning. Good morning. Our top stories right now. A Norman police officer is rushed to the hospital after a bad crash in Norman right off Classen Boulevard near Lindsay. It happened before 9:30 last night. Here's part of the scene. The officer was injured. We've checked. We know the officer is in serious condition, but the name of the officer has not been released, and the cause of the crash is under investigation.
Several residents in Caddo County are evacuated after a gas line blowout. This happened last night at County Road 1220 and County Street 2560. This is near Binger, near Albert. There's the fire truck coming to check on things right there. Residents were able to return home within 2 hours. We know this was a One Oak gas pipeline, and One Oak calls it an unplanned release. It's unclear right now if anyone was hurt.
Taking a live look at our Bob Mills Arena cam this morning, the Oklahoma City streetcar will temporarily suspend services today and tomorrow for construction on the new arena. It'll be known as the Continental Coliseum. Service is going to stop at 10 o'clock tonight. It'll run through 4 tomorrow afternoon. Embark will provide a bus shuttle to streetcar stops starting at 6 tomorrow morning. All lanes of Reno from E.K. Gaylord to Robinson will also be closed.
Got to get used to saying that. Continental Coliseum. Hey, we want to remind you we are live streaming right now on the News 9 YouTube channel. Take this QR code, scan it. It'll take you straight to that page. We're asking you to subscribe to the channel and then hop into the live chat. Leave us a comment or a question, and we'll read some of those throughout the newscast.
I like the one comment yesterday of when everyone was saying, like, okay, could you still call it the Thunderdome? And then one person said, just call it the Ham.
The Ham.
The Harold Ham. I love it.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Got to hear from Harold Ham yesterday at that big press conference, and the Thunder as well. They're both looking at it as an exciting partnership for 15 years. There you go.
I like it. That's going to be a good one for sure. And Megan's a good one right now and looking pretty nice today. How you doing, Megan?
Hey, good. Good to see you guys this morning. Today is crazy warm, record-breaking temperatures, 20-25 degrees above normal for this time of year. That heat dome that we dealt with last week, it feels like last year, has made a big return. It's over the desert southwest, and that is what will crank up our temperatures today, tomorrow, and we will break more records. Here's the live look from our Lucky Stars Skycam network. 61 degrees out the door. Our average afternoon high is about 67. So these are very, very warm temperatures out the door, upper 50s and low 60s, and you'll want to dress your kiddos for a summer-like day. South winds today help continue to warm us on up with sunshine and temperatures in the 80s. By lunchtime this afternoon, a high of 91 degrees. Back down to the south and west, Altus 95 in Woodward. Winds a little lighter up to the north and west, down to the southwest, 15 to 25. Guys, this will feel like August. A lot to talk about coming up. More record-breaking heat tomorrow. A cold front slams through for your Friday. We knock it back down into the 50s and 60s. Talking rain, thunderstorm chances. The wild ride of March continues. I've got your full 9-day coming up.
The hardest part is going to be to put her favorite toy in that casket because I really want to keep it.
I tell you, this is just heartbreaking for a Metro father who is now planning the funeral for his 2-year-old little girl. She is shot and killed in the Metro. Was it an accident? We're asking that. It happened Sunday at an apartment complex near Northwest 39th and Penn. Police say the suspect, Jesus Lopez, was handling a gun when it went off, hitting the little girl, Kaylani Rodriguez. Kaylani's father, Rico, talked to News 9. He says he wants to remember the moments he had with his baby daughter.
She always made sure she would tell me 1,000 times a day, I love you, Daddy.
Rodriguez says he needs the public's help now in planning his daughter's funeral. We actually have a link to the GoFundMe that the family has set up on our website. Meanwhile, again, a person was arrested, Jesus Lopez, for first-degree manslaughter.
3 people are now in custody after leading officers on a chase and then crashing in northeast Oklahoma City. It happened last night near Northeast 41st and Lindsay Street. Police say the people were in a stolen car, ran from officers, and then crashed. That's when they were caught.
A bill that would allow kids to learn about gun safety in public schools is one step closer to becoming law. The bill would allow K through 12 schools to offer age-appropriate training, which has to be politically neutral and not include live ammunition. It's used to require training, but lawmakers have now made it optional. As far as who will teach kids, the bill's author says he will decide based on finalized curriculum.
It's not my intent that every second grade teacher in Oklahoma is now teaching firearms education. I don't think anybody here wants that.
The bill passed out of the House and is now moving to the Senate. 5:36 right now. Let's take a live look at the state capitol on the Lucky Star Skycam network. Lawmakers have until tomorrow to pass bills out of the chamber where they are authored. If not, those bills will not move forward for the rest of the session.
Let's go and take a live look at the Bob Mills Arena Cam this morning. It's the future home of the billion-dollar now Continental Coliseum.
That's the new name, the Continental Coliseum. City leaders say this is a lasting investment in Oklahoma. News 9's Kylie Dedman has details this morning.
With this 15-year partnership, Continental Resources is going above just naming rights. It signals a deeper investment in the state of Oklahoma. And now teaming up with the Oklahoma City Thunder, their motto, "Legacy Starts Here," is setting the tone for what they hope will be a championship era.
To have her name up there, it instills a lot of pride. It instills a lot of pride in me and our organization.
Led by the Oklahoma City Thunder drummers and Rumble, Continental Resources employees walked from their headquarters downtown to Myriad Gardens, where executives from both companies spoke to commemorate the news. Several people took to the stage, including Continental Resources founder and chairman emeritus Harold Ham. The new name, Continental Coliseum, is already taking effect, and you might have already seen it on our News 9 billboards, and signs around downtown Oklahoma City are also already posting about the new name. Demolition is nearly complete, with the groundbreaking of Continental Coliseum expected as soon as tomorrow. Reporting from across the street of where Continental Coliseum will be, Kylie Dedman, Oklahoma's own News 9.
I mean, they're getting to it. The groundbreaking tomorrow at 10 a.m.
I'm ready to go.
Shovels on the ground.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Yeah.
It's going to look wildly different, that same live shot. When we see stuff coming up behind her, it won't take very
It'll
long.
happen quickly. We're hoping for sure. Hey, we're watching the weather. Temperatures rising as well. Megan's in the Bob Mills Weather Center on a Wednesday morning. Hi, Megan.
Hi, we are talking record-breaking heat today. Tomorrow, a lot of wind, fire danger, and then a strong cold front comes in. The weather whiplash continues. Temperatures by Friday will be in the 50s and 60s. But today, dress for summertime. This is the live look from our Lucky Star Skycam network. 59. Few clouds overhead with a south-southeast breeze. I've got your full 9-day forecast with a few rain and thunderstorm chances. What about severe weather? It's coming up.
And let's take you back out to this breaking news on the northeast side. A bad crash at Northeast 10th and Bryant. This involved a semi-truck, and you can see the damage to the vehicle now being loaded onto the wrecker. We've confirmed one person was transported to the hospital. The ambulance leaving just about an hour ago. So we'll continue to follow the latest, including the investigation into what caused this crash. Keep it here on News 9.
A traffic alert for you this morning. There's been a bad crash over on the northeast side of the metro. This is live right off Northeast 10th and Bryant, involving kind of this big rig. Looks like a gravel carrier there. And that car that they are trying to clear from the scene. Again, Northeast 10th and Bryant. One person was rushed to the hospital. At this point, we do not know the extent of injuries, but you can see by that car, that was a pretty big impact between those two vehicles. So we're continuing asking some questions there. Keep it here on 9 for the updates as we get more.
Let's talk about the weather now. As you head outside this morning, probably noticeably warmer, possibly. It felt warmer, at least, when I was walking out the door. Yeah.
Let the sun shine, huh?
Yeah, dress the kids for summer today. Highs in the 90s, guys. So record-breaking today and tomorrow. And then a cold front comes through, you know, highs and lows.
Up
You know
and
how
down,
we
up
do it.
and down.
Hey, David Lacey, Mason Dunn, and I had a great time last night at the Thunder Blue game. We had a little meet and greet. Want to show you some video here. So many amazing folks coming out, talking all things weather, Thunder, of course, talking about the new name of the arena. And I think the highlight of the night was when David had his moment.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
There's nothing you can say about it.
But you think everything about it.
Exactly.
David thinks everything is there for him.
Center court. I mean, they just let him. I had to go home and go to sleep to be here. So I was so bummed I missed this in real life. But
The rumble was bowing to David.
I think the video does it justice.
Okay. It was a pretty good pop, though, from the crowd, right, when he made his entrance?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. He's
This is
throwing
gonna be
t-shirts.
a
Well, it could have
meme.
been for the t-shirts.
I feel like this is going to be a meme.
I think you're right.
Him walking out and
Run
Bring
screaming.
him out, bring him out, bring him out.
I mean, to me, it looks like he's about to go wrestle or some type of
WrestleMania
boxing
26.
match. I don't know. Yeah, David Payne for you, everybody. Anyways, a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody that came out. Hey, let's talk about rain opportunities. The pattern does change. We've been so very dry. We have had temperatures that have been well above normal. When the month is said and done, we will have broken 4 records, more than likely, assuming we break records today and tomorrow. But it has been about a month and a half since we've had a 1/4 of an inch of rain. Back to Valentine's Day for Oklahoma City. To have an inch of rain, you have to go back to the end of October. So the drought continues to worsen, and unfortunately, we do have several very windy days headed our way, which means the fire danger does ramp back up, and we'll all have to be very diligent. So right now we're sitting at the 6th driest March on record, and there's a very good chance that that will stand. So there is a wind maker that's coming in from the west. Winds are going to crank up. We've already got wind advisories in effect for the day tomorrow. Tomorrow, a south wind, and then a cold front blasts through, and on Friday, it is a strong north wind. Record-breaking heat thanks to this thing right here. The heat dome has returned, and as it expands and nudges a little farther to the east, it's a strong one, just like last week. Temperatures will soar into the 90s. So more records fall today, tomorrow. Cold front comes through. It's a brief, real quick shot of cool air for your Friday. And then we are watching several storms to come in from the west. The first one comes in early to the middle part of next week, mostly dry, but there's another storm on its tail end that will bring in thunderstorm opportunities for your Thursday, for your Wednesday and your Thursday. Some of this data says Friday, but I think more than likely Wednesday into Thursday may have to introduce a tornado threat with that, with several more storms coming in from the west as well. So the jet stream comes farther south. The pattern gets more active. We get more of those ingredients that you need for severe weather. And I really think the first week and a half of April are very active, and we ramp things back up. We could do without the severe weather, but we will absolutely take the moisture. So here's the next 9 days for your Friday. Right after the cold front comes through, a chance for a few showers, a little bit of drizzle. The weekend is dry. It looks amazing temperature-wise. And then our first round of potential severe weather comes in Wednesday. Some of the data saying overnight Wednesday and into Thursday. Other data says more during the day on Thursday. So we'll fine-tune that as we get a little closer. Here's the live look on our Lucky Stars Skycam network. There's the Broadway extension. Folks out and about here on our Wednesday, 61 out the door. That is a warm morning temperature, upper 50s and low 60s. Guyman has fallen to 44. That is the lone of 40. Everybody else 50s and 60s with a south breeze. And we stick with the south wind today, warming us into the low to mid 90s. 70s. Record heat. The record is 88 degrees, and we shattered that with a high of 91 here in Oklahoma City. As humidity falls, we'll watch for moderate fire danger from the metro back down to the south and west. Overnight tonight, south winds breezy to gusty, and tomorrow several degrees warmer. We may have a few spots up in the northwest that hit the triple-digit mark. South winds 40 to 45 miles per hour out ahead of that cold front that comes blasting through overnight Thursday and into Friday. High fire danger tomorrow, and your Friday is a lot cooler. 50s and 60s with a chance for some showers and drizzle. Here's your full 9-day forecast. Again, the weekend sunshine filled, a little cooler Saturday, warmer Sunday, and severe storms next Wednesday, Thursday.
Megan, thank you. Your time right now, 5:48. Let's take a look at some of your top national stories this morning. The NTSB continues to investigate the events that led to an Air Canada jet crashing into a fire truck at New York's LaGuardia Airport on Sunday. The board reveals the airport's runway safety alert system meant to prevent collisions did not activate. Both pilots were killed. Multiple passengers were injured in that crash.
Several airlines are now offering waivers to help travelers who are plagued by long airport security lines during this partial government shutdown. We now know Allegiant and United are allowing customers to cancel or change their bookings at no extra costs. United and Delta are also waiving fees for travelers who rebook by March 30th.
Well, big news here. FedEx is launching same-day local delivery. The shipping company is partnering with OneRail to allow customers to choose. You can either choose a 2-hour or end-of-day delivery for your online purchases. The move comes as Amazon and Walmart have both expanded same-day delivery service. Lacey's in luck now. She gets a lot of packages. So they've done it in recent months. So now the news is FedEx will do same-day delivery.
Your time now, 5:49. We are following this breaking news, a horrible crash at Northeast 10th and Bryant. It involves a semi and a car. The car is actually on the back of the tow truck, very badly damaged. Oklahoma City police tell us one person was taken to the hospital as a result of this crash, and now they're trying to clear up all the debris and get the road back open. Again, Northeast 10th and Bryant. We're back with more after this. All right, we are streaming live on YouTube right now. We asked you to join the live chat, and you sounded off.
Okay, Donna says, hey, anyone having a pool party today?
Yeah.
Donna, when you find out, let us know, right?
If you're throwing one, we'll
It's
be there.
warm out there.
It's crazy hot today. We're talking temperatures in the low 90s, record-breaking heat, and we'll do it all over again tomorrow. Out the door this morning, 50s and 60s. If you're sending the kids to school, make sure they're dressed for summertime. Again, very, very warm out the door. Your hour-by-hour forecast, sunshine, a south wind, 20-25 mile per hour gusts, and we're in the 90s today, guys.
I love the pool party. Way to go. Okay, through TikTok videos, they have become the sought-after items for kids, teenagers, and adults. News 9's Mike Glover went to Cadoodles in Norman for their latest shipment and got to see the craziness behind Neatos. Neatos, all right, it's this morning's Something Good.
It is a toy craze that is going crazy all over the country. They're called Neatos, and stores can't keep them on the shelves.
Cabbage Patch Kids back in the day were the craze. This is the craze for now, Neato.
But Neato isn't new. It's a sensory toy that has been available for about 20 years. But thanks to TikTok videos, it's the item that everyone must have.
Like we have people coming from Tulsa today that have called, and I encourage them to get here early.
Really early. Some customers arrived at Cadoodles 3 hours before the store even opened. And because it isn't available online or at big retail stores, when shipments come in, customers show up.
Right now, everybody loves them, and they're very fun to play with and stress relieving.
Thank you for calling Cadoodles. How can I help you today?
Cadoodles estimates about 200 phone calls every day, all asking one question.
We do have Neatos. How can I help you today?
And to keep things fair, the store initiated a 3 Neato limit with no exceptions.
We are going to buy Neatos for the Stevenson Cancer Center at OU.
And even as they restock the shelves, they estimate they will sell out within 2 hours.
We get it in and we sell it quickly.
But what exactly is this Neato?
Some of them are fuzzy feeling. Some of them are more squishy feeling, but they have all kinds of colors.
Gumdrops, pizza, donuts, all different textures and types.
This is very firm, hard to squish. A lot of therapists love this.
I can't have enough Neatos.
Mike Glover, Oklahoma's own News 9.
There you go.
Neatos.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a squishy.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Hey, we're going to go to break. And as we do, there is a little bit of breaking news this Wednesday morning. There's been a bad crash over at Northeast 10th and Bryant. We are there on the scene. One person was taken to the hospital. Here is the scene live from our crew there. Keep it here on News 9. We'll have a report coming up after this.
I'm Lacey Lowry. Right now at 6 o'clock, a Norman police officer is rushed to the hospital after a crash. What we know so far.
I'm Colby Thielen. 2 Oklahomans sworn into office in Washington, D.C. just hours apart. We're going to hear from both Secretary Markwayne Mullin and Senator Alan Armstrong about their new roles.
I'm Robin Marsh. Good morning. It is the start of a new era in Oklahoma City, the Continental Coliseum. What the partnership between Continental and the Thunder means for the future of OKC.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
6 a.m. on a Wednesday morning as we say good morning. And are you ready for more heat to come?
I got the sprinkler out. I think we're ready to go.
Your boys like that, though.
They did for like 5 minutes, and they're like, "We're cold."
Oh, okay.
How are you? Just go stand in the sun for 2 seconds. Anyway, we'll find a way to cool down.
It's going to get warmer today.
I know. We had soccer yesterday, and in the shade it felt great. But the people that were in the sun at the soccer games were like, "It's hot out here."
Were you fighting people for that shade
yes,
spot?
I was like, "Sucks to be you."
You're keeping it real on the news, right, Megan?
Oh my God, I love you guys. Hey, today, tomorrow, record-breaking heat, guys. If you're not a fan of the summer-like feel, you might want to stay indoors today. A high temperature of 91, the record from 1976 of 88 degrees. So I think we shatter that one. The summer-like heat dome is back for tomorrow, 93 degrees. It'll be close. The record high from 2020 of 92 degrees. Fire danger going to be a big concern as we have a whole lot of wind headed our way as we go into your Thursday, your Friday. It comes down some on Saturday, and then it ramps right back up with even more wind. Getting you going here at 6 o'clock on your Wednesday morning. 61 is our temperature out the door. That is our Mathis home cam from our Lucky Stars Skycam network. Kingfisher, you're 58 degrees. Stillwater, 56. Purcell, 58. 61 down in Pauls Valley, and a 63 in Rush Springs. So very, very mild to even warm out the door. 50s, 60s, and an isolated 47 up in Guyman. South winds are breezy this morning. We've had a few isolated gusts to 20 and 25, but today it's not a flat out windy day. That is your Thursday and your Friday. So as you plan your day, dress for summertime, sunshine with a high temperature of 91. A lot to talk about. What about rain? What about thunderstorm chances and severe weather? It is on the 9-day. We'll talk about it coming up.
Breaking news this Wednesday morning, there was a bad crash at Northeast 10th and Bryant. This is the live scene. They're trying to clear the area right now. On the right is kind of that large big rig, possibly a gravel hauler. And then on the left is the car that collided there at the scene. We know one person was taken to the hospital by ambulance. We're asking how this happened. No names have been released, but keep it here on News 9. Again, this is at Northeast 10th and Bryant. They should have this cleared in the next 30 minutes.
A Norman police officer is rushed to the hospital after being involved in a crash. Investigators say the officer and another car collided near 12th Avenue Southeast and Lindsay just before 9:30 last night. We know the officer is in serious condition this morning. The other driver was not hurt. That crash is under investigation.
Some Caddo County residents are back in their homes this morning after a gas line blowout forced them to evacuate. I want to show you the video from the viewer of those crews responding just near the town of Binger before 9 last night. One Oak says that line belongs to them, and they say crews secured the pipeline quickly. Residents were allowed back in their homes within about 2 hours.
No one's going to outwork me, and I'm not going to let any of them outwork me. The president has entrusted me with this, and failure is not an option.
I'm confident, got great team around me, great support around me, and I really do look forward to making a difference for the short time that I'm in the Senate.
Well, confidence from 2 Oklahomans in the spotlight who are both taking up new roles in our nation's capital. Both sworn into the new offices. Markwayne Mullin now as DHS Secretary, and then Alan Armstrong, who actually is filling the vacant Senate seat.
Armstrong started his day in Oklahoma, where Governor Kevin Stitt announced him as Mullin's replacement.
Yeah, then Armstrong flew to D.C. for that swearing in and even placed his first vote on the Senate floor.
All right, Senator Armstrong says he is focused on energy reform, and he thinks he actually can make a difference in a short time, 7 months in office. Oklahomans will vote for a new senator this November. At this point, 11 people have announced plans to run. 6 Republicans and 5 Democrats. We should mention the official filing period to run for office begins April 1st.
The State House passes a resolution to recognize the lifetime achievements of Oklahoma native Chuck Norris.
Originally from Ryan, Oklahoma, Norris was known for being an actor, a philanthropist, serviceman, and martial artist. Representatives say this is just a small way in recognizing his accomplishments.
The resolution will now move to the Senate for approval. We'll be watching.
A lot of people, myself included, did not know he was born in Ryan, Oklahoma, which is far southwest Oklahoma.
Yeah, right by the
Did
border.
you guys know that?
I had heard it before,
Okay.
and then I needed reminding of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. What a great way to honor his
Because
life.
now people mostly associate him with Texas as the Texas Ranger.
That's
That's
right.
probably why.
We all
But-
kind of thought he was.
And I love this is what I love about the internet. At times like these, you see all the old clips from his stuff coming up, interviews that he did, and it's just been a great way to remember him.
I mean, he's touched generations of lives with everything that he's done.
Decades of
Yes.
movies and films, and what a great way to honor his
He didn't
life.
do push-ups. He pushed the earth down. That was Chuck Norris. We love it.
Oh my goodness.
Let's turn. Come on, Megan. You know you loved Walker, Texas Ranger.
What are we going to do with you? I don't know. Anyways, to weather. We'll talk about weather. Hey, out the door this morning, 50s and 60s. Today is a record-breaking temperature day. We will soar to a high of 91 degrees. Colby, we love your jokes. That is the best part of the morning, and your references that I never get. There's the view out the door right now. We do have a few clouds overhead. Temperatures, again, warming into the 90s this afternoon. We'll talk more about a cold front that hits, a whole lot of wind, and fire danger. It's coming up.
Still ahead this morning, a batch of Barbie dolls could have been deadly. The drug found hidden inside the boxes. It's coming up.
Also, the Metro father is mourning the loss of his 2-year-old little girl. How he says he wants to remember her, how you can help. She was shot and killed in the Metro. The story coming up.
And expanding a child's learning outside of the classroom to push at the state capitol to help after-school programs. After the break.
Okay, Megan, you guys had such a fun night last night at the Thunder Blue game.
This is the last game of the season, and it was so much fun meeting so many different people. Thunder fans excited to watch the Thunder Blue play. And guys, the turnout was crazy.
Yeah.
There was a huge crowd for this, and we had our Bob Mills, Sky News 9 pilot Mason Dunn there with us. Of course, David and Lacey, and so many kind folks came. We met folks from Sayre, from El Reno, so they came from far and wide, and it was a lot of fun. I think the highlight of the night, though, was David.
Oh my gosh.
When it was time to throw out the t-shirts.
He's living his best life right there.
He was born for
Look
this.
at him.
I think he could quit his job here and be a halftime entertainer.
Ultimate
really do.
hype man. Oh my
I
God.
can just hear good old JR right now. Pain! Pain is here!
Everyone's
Look at
yelling his
David.
name. You know.
Oh my gosh.
He might have peaked right there.
Oh
That might be it.
I bet if you ask him, he's like, all those people were there to see me.
Yes,
of course, a basketball game, David.
So that's amazing. I could
much
watch it
fun.
on repeat all day long.
He's giving Rumble tips how to do
You
it,
got to
right?
make a meme out of that.
We do. And the funny thing is, I think there have been fake memes
Of him with the big run out.
Exactly.
Yes.
So your bus stop forecast here to switch gears, guys. I think I might have gotten up too early, so I'm going to sit my booty back down. Never
Okay.
mind. Okay, there
It's
we go.
all good.
There we go. Hey, your bus stop forecast today is a very warm day. Call it hot day. Record-breaking highs today. So dress the kids for summertime. This afternoon, our highs soar into the 90s as the heat dome takes back over sunshine with a south breeze. This is your March so far. We have had only 2 below normal temperature days back on the 4th and the 16th. Other than that, nearly every single day has been above normal. So when you average these, the normal high should be 61.7 degrees, and our average high has been about 75 degrees. It has been a wild month. We started with severe weather. We have had wildfires. We have had, of course, record-breaking heat, and we'll have another weather whiplash headed your way. After 2 days of records broken, we have a strong cold front that comes through, and your Friday, we're actually back below normal in the 50s and the 60s. I'll show you that coming up here in just a minute. So today, a high of 91, the record 88 from 1976, and then tomorrow, forecasting 93, the record 92. That one's a little bit closer. In addition to the big time temperatures, we have big time wind headed our way with the ongoing drought, the need for rain. This is going to bring in big wildfire concern. Today, it's a low to a moderate threat. Winds are not out of control. For your Thursday and Friday, winds will be very strong, 40, 45 to even 50 miles per hour on Friday, and then they'll settle down as we go into Saturday. But next week, essentially every single day is downright windy, low humidity, temperatures warming back up. So we'll have to be very diligent. We have 18 burn bans in effect right now, and I think those will expand until we can get more of this statewide rain in here. Here's the good news. I think the pattern does flip. We've been talking about this now for a good 9 days or so, looking at some of the latest data as we go into the first week and a half of April. It looks like it's a very active pattern. The jet stream comes farther south, and we get some of those ingredients needed with energy coming in from the west with numerous storms that will give us rainfall opportunities. Still a ways away, but the first big storm comes in next Wednesday and Thursday. And some of the data says we have some overnight storms Wednesday and a Thursday. Other data says it's more of a Thursday deal. We're still a good 8-9 days away. On Friday, there's a slight chance for a few showers, but it'll be spotty, not a widespread deal by any means. Here's the live look on our Lucky Stars Skycam network, the hustle and bustle of our Wednesday underway. Good morning to all of you getting your day going. 59 is our temperature right now, and I just took a look at the record warm lows for this morning. We're actually cooler than that, but still very, very warm out the door. 58 in Hinton and Minco, down to Chickasha, 60 in Pauls Valley, to Shawnee and Tecumseh, and 58 in Chandler right now. We've had a few spots fall into the 40s. I'm very isolated up near Guyman this morning, and south winds take hold again today. Breezy out the door, a few gusts to 15 and 20, and maybe a gust or two to 25 and 30 through the day with sunshine and again a high of 91. That would be a new record. Down to the south and west, Altus, you're in the mid-90s. Record heat feeling like July and August. And this afternoon, there is a low to a moderate wildfire threat. Winds are not out of control, but humidity is low and temperatures very warm. So we'll watch that. Tonight, clear skies, very warm, even warmer for your Thursday. Maybe if you isolated triple digits up in the Panhandle, like August, south winds gusting to 40 to 45 miles per hour, bringing in high fire danger for a large majority of the state. Humidity in the west down to about 10%. So we will watch that very, very closely. Cold front comes through. Here's your Friday, back to feeling like March, actually several degrees cooler than what is normal. Normal high 67. So upper 50s and low to mid 60s, and a strong north wind at 20 to 40 miles per hour. We'll have cloud cover around, and there's a 30 to a 40% chance for showers, mainly off into eastern Oklahoma. Your full 9-day forecast, again, a wild ride from record highs, a strong cold front. Weekend looks great. We warm it back up early next week before severe storm chances, guys.
Megan, thanks so much. Hey, a reminder, we stream every morning our newscast live on YouTube. You can go there, you can use the QR code. We'd love for you to watch there and subscribe, join the chat. We monitor all your comments. We'll be reading some comments later on throughout the morning.
We are following a bad crash on Northeast 10th and Bryant. It's been out there for a while. They are trying to clear things up, but this involves a semi and a car. The car badly damaged and actually on the back of that tow truck. As we pan over, we'll show you the semi that's involved. This has been ongoing for a while. They are trying to clear the scene. We know one person was taken from the crash straight to the hospital in an ambulance. Also just into the newsroom, we're hearing reports of a separate collision. This one on the southwest side at Southwest 59th and Western. A person possibly hit by a vehicle. So we're headed there, also monitoring them, trying to clear up this crash on the northeast side. We've got you covered on both, and we'll keep you updated.
I love how News 9 is so committed to educate Oklahoma. Colby does these stories every week. And Colby, there's a big push at the state capitol to invest in after-school programs that you're reporting on.
Yeah, in fact, a House bill would create state-funded grants for organizations that expand learning beyond the classroom. And we got an inside look at how it could impact kids in this morning's Educate Oklahoma report.
If you can. So this is going to help us learn each other's name. If you don't know, you're going to ask.
It's the hours of 3 to 6.
3, 2, 1.
Where after-school programs like 4-H
Good job.
hope to put students on cloud 9.
I need everyone to go grab a chair.
And so we truly do have something from everyone.
For educator Serena Woodard,
I joined at 5 years old, and I'm just so happy that my whole life has kind of revolved around this.
it's been an important place.
4-H originally did begin as an agricultural organization, but over time we evolved to really want to enhance those leadership and life skills in our youth.
Youth
Okay, are y'all ready?
like Carson
Ready?
Potter,
Everyone has to be involved, so you all have to be in it. I've been involved in 4-H for 9 years now. I'm on my student council at school, and I don't think I would have gotten that position as a freshman without 4-H. I've been able to lead in school clubs, like starting clubs and stuff like that. So yeah, it helps me be a leader in 4-H and outside of 4-H.
and so many future leaders like Carson are helped outside of school hours.
Out of school time can be innovative, creative ways of teaching kids and smaller environments for them to learn.
Tristy Fryer is part of Oklahoma Partnership for Expanded Learning. It supports after-school and out-of-school programs all across the state.
So if we have a school site that would like to start an after-school program, we're going to connect them with a program that might exist or provide structure for them to start their program.
We are here to support after-school and out-of-school time programs.
It's what brought her group to the Capitol this day, to network and share how to compete for federal grants. For Oklahoma after-school programs, that's the only source of funding.
And everyone on this side, go stand over here. That's
Funding opportunities for students, their parents, and their educators.
Youth programs are super important because it provides youth a safe place, a comfortable space. It is somewhere where they can build a community and they can grow that confidence that they need.
Confidence to find their future.
So, our first question is, Would you rather explore the ocean or outer space?
Found from 3 to 6.
Good job.
And House Bill 2021 states grant money would come from a revolving fund through the Department of Human Services. So if there was money available, then it could be distributed. The bill was approved by the House and is now being considered in the Senate.
Coming up, a new name for a new era of basketball in Oklahoma City. How city leaders hope a new partnership and a new name for the new arena will set the tone for the future. After the break.
Welcome back. Time for the outdoor forecast today. And Megan, outdoors, hot.
Very hot, very, very hot. And we have so many folks that are sneezing and coughing, especially as things are starting to bloom. I've heard some sneezes over there at the desk this morning.
Why do I want to sneeze right now? I feel like I have to cough and
my
sneeze.
sneeze
Hey,
up for
if you need to, if you want to kind of show folks at home. So anyways, tree pollen is high right now, and then the weed and the mold, those are at a low level, but it's the tree pollen that continues to be the big culprit for your outdoor forecast today. If you've got little ones headed to school, make sure they're dressed for summertime. It will be a hot day, a record-breaking temperature day with a high of 91. Winds crank up tomorrow, high fire danger, and I am tracking our next chance for rain, thunderstorms, and maybe severe weather returning to the state. We'll talk all about it coming up.
Oklahoma City streetcar services will be temporarily suspended for construction on the new arena downtown. You're looking live right now at the site from our Bob Mills Arena cam. The streetcars won't run from 10 tonight until 4 tomorrow afternoon. All lanes of Reno from E.K. Gaylord to Robinson will also be closed, but it will all be worth it when these pictures become a reality.
Yeah, we also learned yesterday that the future home of the Oklahoma City Thunder has a new name, the Continental Coliseum.
I mean, everyone really excited about it, including city leaders who say this announcement between Continental Resources and the Thunder means a lasting investment in Oklahoma. Our Kylie Dedman has the details.
With this 15-year partnership, Continental Resources is going above just naming rights. It signals a deeper investment in the state of Oklahoma. And now teaming up with the Oklahoma City Thunder, their motto, "Legacy Starts Here," is setting the tone for what they hope will be a championship era.
To have her name up there, it instills a lot of pride. It instills a lot of pride in me and our organization.
Led by the Oklahoma City Thunder drummers and Rumble, Continental Resources employees walked from their headquarters downtown to Myriad Gardens, where executives from both companies spoke to commemorate the news. Several people took to the stage, including Continental Resources founder and chairman emeritus Harold Hamm. The new name, Continental Coliseum, is already taking effect, and you might have already seen it on our News 9 billboards, and signs around downtown Oklahoma City are also already posting about the new name. Demolition is nearly complete, with the groundbreaking of Continental Coliseum expected as soon as tomorrow. Reporting from across the street of where Continental Coliseum will be, Kylie Dedman, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Kylie, thanks so much. Tomorrow actually will be a big day because the official groundbreaking for the new $1 billion Thunder Arena will be at 10 a.m. right here in downtown OKC.
Coming up, a win for the tribes and the AG in the fight over hunting licenses in our state, the state Supreme Court's ruling, and the next steps. We'll explain coming up.
Plus, a dangerous pursuit ends with the suspect in a prickly situation. Why deputies say they tried to pull the driver over in the first place.
And breaking news this Wednesday morning, there's been a bad crash over on the northeast side of the metro. They're trying to clear things off here at Northeast 10th and Bryant, but it involved a car and a semi. The ambulance taking one person on to the hospital. It does look like Northeast 10th and Bryant is back open right now. Keep it here on 9. We have more ahead.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 This Morning.
Welcome back. The National Transportation Safety Board continues to investigate what led up to an Air Canada jet crashing into a fire truck at New York's LaGuardia Airport Sunday night. Both pilots were killed, multiple passengers were injured. The agency did reveal the runway technology made to prevent a collision didn't activate because the fire truck was not equipped with a transponder.
Well, suspects crash a stolen car, police tell us, while trying to get away from Norman authorities. 3 people are in custody. It was actually Oklahoma City police saying officers got a call about a stolen car before 9 last night. Officers spotted that car, tried to pull the driver over at Northeast 41st, I believe, and Lindsay. The driver did not stop. They crashed a few minutes later. All 3 in the car were arrested.
Oklahoma's Attorney General agrees to give the Department of Justice full access to the state's voter registration list. The DOJ sued the state last month, saying it needed access to check Oklahoma's compliance with federal election laws. Under this agreement, the state election board will provide the information, but the DOJ must follow federal privacy laws when handling that sensitive information. Your time now, 6:32. Also coming up in about 2 minutes, we are headed to breaking news. Unfortunately, it sounds like a possible death investigation on the southwest side. We'll have a live report in just 2 minutes.
Our crew is just there at, sounds like Southwest 59th near Western, and you want to avoid that area. We're hooking up with our reporter to get a live shot coming up.
Right now, we want to turn to the Bob Mills Weather Center. Megan Gold has a look at your Wednesday forecast. Hey, Megan.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Out the door, it is very comfortable. We're in the 50s and 60s, waiting to break daylight here on our Lucky Stars SkyCam network. We're happy you're with us on your Wednesday. The heat dome makes a big return. We're talking record-breaking heat today and tomorrow as highs. They're back in the 90s. The record on this day, 88 degrees, and I think we crushed that with a high of 91. It'll be close tomorrow, the record from 2020 of 92 degrees, and there will be portions of the state that may hit the triple digits tomorrow. Along with these big-time temperatures, we're talking low humidity, and the winds crank up tomorrow, gusts 40 to 45. Cold front comes blasting through. It's a north wind on Friday, and more high fire danger even into next week as windy conditions continue. Out the door, Weatherford, you're 59 degrees, 58 in Minco, 61 in Jones, 60 in Tecumseh, down to Pauls Valley, and 63 down in Hobart. Durant, 57 right now. Tulsa, 55 and 56 in Clinton. There are your south winds, a few gusts, 15, 20 miles per hour. Today is not a crazy wind day, but tomorrow and Friday will be. So as you plan your day here, plan for sunshine, that south breeze, and a high of 91 this afternoon. We'll talk about rain and thunderstorm chances. They're finally on the 9-day, guys. It's coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, we want to get it back out to this breaking news near Southwest 59th and Bryant. A person has reportedly been hit by a car. In fact, our Kylie Dedman is talking with authorities right now. We're just getting that signal up, but this is the live look right now on the south side of the metro. And now we do know one person has been killed. Kylie has just stepped into the scene there. Kylie, I know you just spoke with authorities. What did they tell you right now?
Yeah, Robin, I just spoke with the lieutenant, and he tells me that it is a single female, appears to be in her 30s to 40s. She was hit by a vehicle. That vehicle did speed off, flee away, so they are working to learn any type of vehicle information at this time. Now, you can see this Southwest 59th is already just a complete mess with construction, so it's already very hard to navigate in this area, but they expect this area, again, this is near Southwest 59th and Francis, to be blocked off and shut down for a long time. Now, they do have their fatality collision team on their way to start working on this investigation, as well as a medical examiner, but we do know that one person, a female, has died in a result of being hit by a vehicle, and again, that vehicle did speed off, so they are working to learn information, and at this time it is a hit and run investigation right now. But as you can tell, I just did speak with law enforcement, so we'll be working to learn more, as well as the investigation team, fatality collision team, comes out here as well. But that's the information that we have right here. So reporting live here in Southwest Oklahoma City, Kylie Dedman, Oklahoma's own News 9.
All right, Kylie, we'll check.
The hardest part is going to be to put her favorite toy in that casket because I really want to keep it.
Heartbreak for a Metro father as he is now forced to plan the funeral of his 2-year-old little girl. She was shot and killed in an apartment in the metro near Northwest 39th and Penn. This happened Sunday, and there is a suspect. Police say Jesus Lopez was handling a gun when it went off, hitting and killing the 2-year-old girl, Kaylani Rodriguez. Now, Kaylani's dad talked with News 9. He wants to remember his little girl and the moments he shared with her.
She always, always, always made sure she would tell me 1,000 times a day, I love you, Daddy.
Mr. Rodriguez says he needs the public's help. He cannot afford her funeral. We have a link on the family's GoFundMe. It is on our website, news9.com, in this story. Meanwhile, that suspect, Jesus Lopez, was arrested on a first-degree manslaughter complaint, and it will be up to the district attorney if charges will be filed.
A Moore high school student is arrested for having a gun on campus. The school district says they were told a student had a gun in their car on campus Monday night. Police searched the car and did find the weapon. We know the student was taken off campus and was arrested. District leaders say they will follow disciplinary policies to figure out the punishment. A dangerous pursuit suspect tries to fight an Oklahoma County deputy moments before he's tased and taken into custody. We have the body camera footage. Take a look.
Now. Lay down. Now. I'm down.
He's down. It started when a deputy tried to pull over a suspected drunk driver on Sunday. Deputies say Derek Cook drove away. Speeds reached over 100 miles per hour before he finally crashed. And then he ran from deputies. They tell us he fell into some prickly bushes. The deputy helped him out, and then Cook tried to fight the deputy. That's when he was tased. He was booked on multiple complaints, including DUI and eluding officers.
6:38 right now. The state Supreme Court rejects a lawsuit filed by Governor Kevin Stitt and the state wildlife department all over hunting licenses for tribal members. Governor Stitt says the state has the authority to require licenses for tribal citizens and can prosecute those who don't. However, AG Gentner Drummond released an opinion that says that violates federal law for any members hunting on tribal land. With the court's ruling, that opinion stays in place. The legal issue will be resolved in federal court, where a lawsuit is ongoing. A bill that would allow Oklahomans to stay in foster care support programs until they are 21 is moving forward. The goal is to help teenagers transition into adulthood without facing issues like homelessness. Those who participate would have to show they are working to become self-sufficient. The bill now heads to the House.
Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stit has been busy lately. We've watched everything going on at the Capitol with the new appointment of the U.S. Senator from Oklahoma. And actually, the governor had time to come and visit with me in the Spotlight. It's my podcast that drops later today. I hope you'll be watching. It's on the Oklahoma's Own Originals YouTube channel. It'll drop at 10:30 this morning. My conversation with Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stit.
Let's turn down to the Bob Mills Weather Center. It'd be a good time to sit inside and listen to that podcast.
Yeah,
It's going to probably be warm by that time this morning.
Yeah,
Let's turn
right.
to Megan Gold. Megan, it's going to be a hot day.
A very hot day. Record-breaking temperatures today, tomorrow. The heat dome has made a return, and then a cold front comes through. So weather whiplash, Oklahoma today. Highs climb into the 90s. Same deal for your Thursday with a strong south wind, high fire danger. And on Friday, 50s and 60s. There are severe thunderstorm chances on the 9-day. We'll talk all about it coming up.
And we are following breaking news at Southwest 59th and Western. You are looking at the big police presence. We now know a woman was hit and killed by a car, and police say the driver took off. This is a deadly hit and run crash at Southwest 59th and Western. They have the street blocked off. A live report on what police just told us next on 9.
As you're waking up, tough news this morning. A deadly hit and run on the southwest side of Oklahoma City. You're looking live near Southwest 59th and Western. Oklahoma City police say a woman believed to be in her 20s or 30s was hit by a car in the intersection here on Southwest 59th. You can see kind of on the right side of your screen, there's a lot of construction going on in this area. It's already tough to navigate through, but police tell our Kylie Dedman the driver fled the scene. They're trying to get some type of description. We will continue to keep you up to date, but again, a deadly hit and run. Avoid this area near Southwest 59th and Western this morning.
Your time now, 6:44. Need to talk weather this morning, and we are on that heat wave, it feels like.
Little mini heat wave.
Yeah.
Temperatures today, tomorrow in the 90s. Some more records will fall, and then a strong cold front comes through. So we'll start by showing you the look out the door here at 6:44. We are breaking daylight, as we like to say. Sunrise at 7:26 this morning. Few clouds out there, but overall it is very, very mild. We can call it warm out the door, upper 50s and low 60s. Before we jump in and talk about where we've been and where we're headed, I just want to show you some video from last night. I had the opportunity with David and Lacey and our Bob Mills Sky News 9 pilot Mason Dunn to attend the last Thunder Blue game of the year, and so many amazing fans showed up for this, for the game, and then they were able to stop by, and this was kind of like a weather-themed Thunder Blue game. So several other groups were there as well, and there's so much fun. We met folks from Sayre out in far western Oklahoma, El Reno, and then of course from here in the metro. And guys, the highlight of the evening was David taking center court at halftime. Check it out here. I think he was born for this, guys. We have been talking about this moment all morning long. Look at him throwing out these t-shirts. He is having an absolute blast. So if he disappears from News 9, you may know where he went. He may have found a new job with the Thunder, and there's Rumble. So look at him. He's like, he's out. He's like ready to rumble, to wrestle, whatever. I don't even know. So so much fun. I mean, look at that. I could watch this all day long. It's the best. So he's throwing out t-shirts, and they look like they were there for him, right? So, hey, we'll jump in. We'll talk more, but it was so much fun, and I hope you get a kick out of that, because I definitely do. We have been talking about the record-breaking warmth, big-time temperatures, and just how dry we have been. When you factor in the morning lows and the afternoon highs from the first of the month through yesterday, we are still sitting at the warmest March on record with an average temperature of 59.5 degrees, 1910 in second place there. And I think more than likely that is going to hold through the end of the month. Still holding at the 6th driest March on record, even though we had rounds of severe weather, record-breaking number of tornadoes. It's hard to believe we have less than 1/4 inch of rain in Oklahoma City. Remember, it was eastern Oklahoma that picked up anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 inches of rain with those rounds of severe weather. Here's the good news. The pattern change that we have been talking about, it is headed our way, and it really begins next Wednesday and Thursday as we round out the month of March and head into April. I think the first week of April, really through the first week and a half, it looks to be very active. Severe weather. We may have to introduce another tornado threat. So we'll know more as we get a little closer. On Friday, there's a chance for a few spotty showers, a little drizzle, higher chances off into eastern Oklahoma. But again, to show you more about your March so far, those kind of brownish orange colored boxes, those are the days that temperatures have been above normal, essentially every single day. We've had 3 days where we've been near normal and 2 below normal temperature days, 2 record-breaking days, and we're going to add 2 more, assuming today we climb to the forecasted high of 91. I think we crush the record of 88, and then tomorrow it'll be close. We tie or break the record with a forecasted high of 93. There's the look on our eastern horizon. Gorgeous shot there from our Lucky Star Skycam network. 59 is our temperature right now. Upper 50s and low 60s out the door. Guyman has fallen to 47, and winds are breezy out of the south. Today is not a downright windy day by any means, but it's a downright hot day. Feeling like July and August, and we will have some low to moderate fire danger with low humidity and a few gusts to 30. So not a high fire danger day by any means. Overnight tonight, south winds continue to be breezy and gusty, and tomorrow another record breaker. Now south winds are going to gust 40 to 45 25 miles per hour, and we have high fire danger, low humidity, strong winds, and the ongoing drought. So we will watch that very, very closely. Then a cold front comes blasting through, a strong north wind on Friday, gusts to 40 miles per hour, highs in the 50s and 60s. And then we do have a few chances for showers on Friday. Again, very spotty, a 30% chance, 40% off into eastern Oklahoma. Severe storm chances next Wednesday and Thursday.
Coming up, one of Oklahoma's finest will be laid to rest today in Goldsby. What volunteer firefighter Brian Jenkins meant to the community. A live report next.
And coming up on News 9 at 9 today is Jersey Mike's annual day of giving, with 100% of the proceeds going to Special Olympics Oklahoma. What it means for those athletes at 9.
This morning, a heartbroken community will gather to say goodbye to a fallen volunteer firefighter.
Yeah, the Goldsby Fire Chief Brian Jenkins died in the line of duty last week, and today he will be remembered for decades of service and sacrifice.
News 9's Brianna Brown joins us live in Goldsby with the latest on the Chief's legacy that he leaves behind. Brianna, good morning.
Good morning, Colby. Yes, here in Goldsby, Brian Jenkins didn't just serve this town, he helped build it. Now, family and friends will be gathering here along with fellow first responders who will help honor his decades of commitment. Now, Jenkins dedicated more than 30 years of service to the Goldsby Volunteer Fire Department and Cleveland County Fairgrounds. Now, he became a familiar and trusted face in the community. People here who knew him as a man devoted to public service, to his faith and family, and someone who loved deeply and never hesitated to put others first. He died doing exactly what he had done for decades, responding to help others, alongside his partner, Todd Pendleton. Now, today's services are expected to draw in a large crowd as many members of the community join in to honor his life and legacy. You want to stay tuned in here to News 9, here live in Goldsby. Brianna Brown for Oklahoma's Own News 9.
All right, Brianna, thank you. And after the services, there will be a processional south on State Highway 74 to the Washington Cemetery. The public is welcome to line the route north of the Walnut Creek Bridge. That's on Highway 74, but are now being asked to not park on the sides of the roads, not on Highway 74.
Coming up, we are at the scene of a fatality this morning. A woman hit and killed by a car at Southwest 59th and Western, and police say the driver took off. A deadly hit-and-run crash. A live report from the scene next. Heads up, parents. Missouri police say a person who bought a Barbie doll found an unusual white powder inside, and it tested positive for fentanyl. Investigators say the drug was hidden inside a batch of Barbie dolls before they arrived to the store. All but one of those Barbie doll packages have been tracked down. There's still one out there. No overdoses have been reported.
We're following breaking news right now. Southwest 59th and Western, a deadly hit and run. Kylie Dedman is there on scene. Kylie, what's the latest?
Colby, well, if anybody that's going to be traveling in this area, and again, it's Southwest 59th near Western, they're asked to seek an alternate route. Police tell me that will have this area shut down for quite a few hours as the fatality collision team comes out to investigate. Now you can see this is still a very active scene out here. Now we do know that the female, she appears to be in her 30s to 40s, according to police, is still out on the road this morning. Now this is a hit and run investigation. So police say if you're in this area, know any information to contact police, because at this time they do not have any vehicle description for that suspect. So if you have any information to contact police, but as you can see, it is a very active scene working on this investigation. So we'll be out here to keep you updated. Reporting live here in Southwest Oklahoma City, Kylie Dedman, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Kylie, thank you. And you can tell this was already a construction zone. And so add on top of that this awful death investigation, and just avoid the area this morning.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yes. How are we doing weather-wise on that note, Megan?
Today's very warm, high soar back into the 90s. The heat dome has taken over, record-breaking heat. Same deal tomorrow with high fire danger, cold front hits, and your Friday is much cooler.
All right, we'll continue to have the updates on the breaking news on the southwest side. Keep it here on News 9.